Vicki from Brightened, and today we're going to talk about my book haul from the used bookstore here, Fair is Fair. Check this out. If you're new here, I post videos on increasing your vibration, increasing your inner peace, and increasing your joyful life to live in light and love. I also post videos on book hauls, book summaries, on different books I get, whether it be spirituality, personal growth, esoteric, anything to grow your mindset. Today, I'm in my library. This is my library series. Thanks for joining me today. And today we're going to talk about my book haul that I got at one of the used bookstores here called Fair is Fair, one of the oldest used bookstores here in the city, with so many different online platforms selling books, especially one of the biggest ones, and bigger bookstores taking over different areas, especially in the city that I live in. There's like less and less and less used bookstores. If anything, they're going out of business, and I think this is just one of the ones that are left. This company used to have 4 or 5 locations here, and now there's only 2 left. So when I go to see it, I'm able to see different books. Versus there was one bookstore back here in the city right before we had this big flood, and I was so grateful. It was 1 month prior to that flood in our city, and that flood destroyed all these books because it was by the river. I was able to go to it. It was about 1 month before, and I was able to pick up a couple books there, and it was some of the oldest books I've seen, and it's the first time I've known about this bookstore in my city, and it's just amazing how I was able to get books. Like, I know this wasn't part of my used bookstore haul, but I had one more. That's the thing with my library. I love my library so much. It's just sometimes I have to be better at creating different sections. Found it. The thing with that bookstore is that one that is no longer with us, but luckily I was able to get these 3 at that bookstore. You know what? I will do a book haul on that bookstore that I went to, and we'll talk about these books. But yeah, look how old these books are. Like, they're older, and I was able to get them. So look out for that book haul from that old bookstore that I went to. And today we're going to talk about, so the books that I went to this bookstore with my wife. It was a time after work, and it was awesome because going to it, walking through the books, I just loved it. We only had an hour there because we were going to meet friends right after for dinner. I was excited, so I basically sat there, read books. I just love being around books, especially like business books, spirituality, anything that helps grow your mind. There are a lot of things, like different subjects, but I just gravitate to those subjects. My wife had to hurry me up because what felt like 10 minutes, already 45 minutes went by, and we had to go to our dinner plans. So that's just how fast it goes when I'm in a bookstore. Enough about that. Let's talk about my book haul. So the first book haul I got, and it's a book that I wanted for a while. I've read it before, rented it from the library. I'm just gonna double check if I actually have this book, because sometimes I have books and I'm like, okay, I don't have this book. But this one is called Tribes by Seth Godin. It's about, the synopsis is like, we need tribes. We need you to lead us. And it's more about when you're developing something, whether it be like anything, a product, a YouTube channel, anything you want in life, you have your tribes. And for me, when I think of my channel, Brightened Mind, the one word that I focus on, that I learned from this book, Your One Word, is brighten. Like, that's the one word I'm using right now for my channel. Not so much as tribe, but how can I brighten the people that are subscribed to me? And how can those ones who want to more brighten their life and be a bright worker, light worker, how can I get them to my channel to share my information? Because even if it just helps that one person, like, I've done my job. And if I can help enlighten, I guess enlighten is such a high word, maybe more lighten up their life, brighten up their life just a little bit to help it go higher and higher in their life, then maybe I can help build that tribe of people who can help collectively increase the consciousness, energy, vibration of the world. Because even if not everyone will feel this, that person who's feeling so dark that can't even connect to this information on my channel and channels like mine, that person who I'm able to help change their life can connect through them energetically, whether it be, let's say for example, it might be like a family member on the other side of the world. You're helping yourself here, even though you're not together directly physically, you are sending them energy, love, and things like that. So that's why I wanted to read this book. So again, I know the first time I read it, it was very fast because I was at the library and I was like, oh no, the book is going to be due soon. So I said I'd one day I'm going to buy the book, and luckily I was able to find it. It was a fraction of the, well, yeah, it's more than half of the price. Well, half of the price. Canada is 26 bucks. I got for 13. The next book I got is The Call of Sedona, Journey of the Heart. And another thing I do in bookstores is, whether it be a used bookstore, new bookstore, even online, when I'm walking through an aisle and something catches my eye, I immediately go to it and pick it up, because it's like my higher self, my angels, Zora, Ba, for all of the ones who've watched my channel, my spiritual guides. They're kind of saying, pick this up. This is something you have to see. And I picked it up, started reading the first chapter, and wow, it's amazing. For all those who've been to Sedona, I was here in Sedona a few months ago, and I did not know it was going to be the way it was. I only spent a day there, and now after reading this book, I'm thinking of doing a retreat there for a few days, connecting to myself, connecting through energy, connecting to the good feelings in life. And this book has really already inspired me. I'm almost halfway through the book, and it's inspired me a lot about Sedona. You know, while I have you here, I just want to highlight something about what I read here in this book. And it talks about how when you're in Sedona, it's not actually the Sedona's energies connecting to you. It's more of how Sedona can help get answers and truth of what's within you, and it being released into your own field of energy and mindset. Very interesting how that's a different spin. People go to Sedona hoping to get energy from the vortexes, when really Sedona helps you release those energies within your own self. Because when it comes to anything in life, as Brianna Weiss says in her book, The Mountain Is You being your own mountain, you can be your own worst enemy. Also, you can be your own greatest teacher in the world, as long as you're just more self-aware of what you're doing. The Call of Sedona, Journey of the Heart. And the last book I got on this haul, and for all those who've been watching my channel know that I just love anything with spirituality, esoteric, anything that increases your higher self. Ancient Spirit Wisdom. And this was the first book that I picked up when I was at the used bookstore last week. So far, amazing. I mean, it talks about how this is not so much like a channeling book, but it's more of a book. When she speaks to her spiritual guides, she refers them to as the Universal Star Council of Light. Anything with light is amazing. When she connects with them, she's sharing what they're saying. A lot of this book is already so good, and they even mention the ancient Atlanteans, the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians, and how your purpose in life is to bring more light and love. And I keep getting gravitated to books like this. And the one thing I want to share in this book is this like key item or key lines that I highlighted. It appears that the universe and our guides are persistent in helping us learn. If a lesson is not learned from a particular situation, that lesson keeps repeating with other varied but similar formats. It has been my observation that often the situation also keeps escalating in seriousness until we do something different to resolve it, or until everything falls apart, including your body. And it's very interesting. It is a point of being self-aware. And she goes to say that it's common to get physically ill from problem-related worry and stress, from decreased effectiveness of the immune system. This is already so far such a great book. I'm almost halfway as well, and again, it's about ancient texts. I've been talking about my channel recently is that ancient texts has I've been really gravitated to it because it seems more truthful. I mean, ancient text was written in stone way before any other different organizations had it written in books. Very excited to finish this book. Thank you for watching my book haul. And if you have not yet, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Doing these things and turning on notifications really helps with the algorithms to help get this to more people who need this, to help increase your mindset, increase your vibration, increase your inner peace, and increase your joyful life. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.